Yo, what's good? Insanity Family 13, your boy Troublemaker here, and I'm actually bringing you guys a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, like what is my fairy deck, pretty much. Because I touched base with you guys a little bit prior to talking to you about, like, yes, I play Yu-Gi-Oh, I go to some tournaments, this and that. It's a sport, in my opinion. You know, I've gotten into it since I was like in elementary, and then it just kind of continued moving forward. It's one of the games, kind of like chess, you know, that I just really dug and got into. So while I have you guys here, I'm gonna go through my fairy deck. My fairy deck's actually one of the best decks I've ever had. Yeah, so let's get into it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go through and show you card by card what is in the fairy deck. Okay, I'm gonna put this down here. Okay, give me a second, please don't slide so bad. Okay, as it slides, keep sliding. Okay, that looks better. Alright, check this out. So, first off, we got Divine Punishment. Counter trap card, pretty much with Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. This thing can negate the activation of a magic spell or monster effect and destroy it. I got the Agent of Mercury Jupiter. This is a pretty useful card. It could be a looping effect almost. So pretty much like once per turn, I can remove and play one agent monster in my graveyard, select one of my fairy light monsters that I control. Select one face-up light fairy monster that I control. It gains 800 attack until the end phase. While Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, once per turn, I can discard one fairy monster from my hand to select one of their remove from play type fairy monsters, special summon it. You know, so to be honest, this is actually pretty good because, like, I'll freely, like, sometimes remove Hyperion or some of my big guys just to bring them back a little more easily. I have over here Dark Lord Asmodeus, and pretty much this fairy is really interesting because it cannot be special summoned from the deck or graveyard. Once per turn, I can send one fairy monster from my deck to the graveyard. When this card that I control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon one Asmo token, fairy type, dark, level 5, 1800 attack, 1300 defense, and I'm gonna hold on. Yeah, so pretty much after it's destroyed, I can bring out a couple of tokens, and yeah, so it's very useful. It's very powerful too. 3000 attack, 25 defense. One of my newer cards that I got. So I have another Divine Punishment. I have the Agent of Judgment Saturn. So for Saturn, pretty much if my field card is on the field, Sanctuary in the Sky, I can offer Saturn. If my life points are higher than yours, you take the difference in battle, but I skip my battle phase. So you take the difference in life point damage. Divine Wrath, everyone knows what this does by now, but pretty much for those that don't, negate the activation of an effect and destroy it. Affect a monster. Man. Okay, Mirror Force. Wow. Okay, yeah, Mirror Force. Pretty much one opponent's monster attack, destroy all attack position monsters. Miraculous Descent, so I can special summon a fairy type monster that's been removed from play. That's another reason why I go out of my way to, you know, remove any fairy type monster I basically want half the time. Another Divine Punishment. You know, I stack those because pretty much, I run those, because pretty much I have 3 field cards, and so this legit takes the place of Magic Jammer, 7 tools, you know, most of the time. Herald of Orange Light. So pretty much with this, I can negate a monster's effect and send this and one other fairy type monster to the graveyard from my hand, negate the effect during either player's turn. Honest is so good. It's backed me up so well. I remember playing my friend and she summoned Obelisk the Tormentor, and she goes for the attack, and I just drop Honest on top of my card, and yeah, kept myself in the game and pretty much destroyed Obelisk. Bottomless Trap Hole. When my opponent special summons, or when my opponent summons a monster with 1500 attack or more, destroy that monster and remove it from play instead of sending it to the graveyard. Now, Bottomless is pretty good because if you are bringing out more than one monster at a time, I can remove all of them that are 1500 or more. Torrential Tribute. When either player summons a monster, I can activate this and destroy the whole field, like all monsters on the field, both yours and mine. So pretty much, this could be a normal summon, flip summon, special summon, etc. Zerald's Herald of Heaven. So pretty much for this, if I can discard it from my hand to get a Sanctuary in the Sky from my deck to my hand. And then if Sanctuary in the Sky is not on the field, and this is, then basically this cannot be on the field. Athena. Athena's a rare monster I don't get to use quite often, but pretty much it's a pretty powerful monster. And Athena goes, each time a fairy type monster is summoned, I inflict 600 points of damage to my opponent. And yeah. Basically, also, once per turn, you can send one fairy type monster you control except Athena to the graveyard to special summon. So pretty much, you know, just send one fairy to the graveyard and bring out another one. Guardius Eidos. This is a really good monster. So pretty much, if I have no monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon this from my hand. The other half to this is about like some equip cards and stuff. I never use the other half of the effect. Pretty much it says here, you can send one equip spell card from this card to the graveyard, then target up to 3 monsters in your opponent's graveyard, banish those targets, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each banished by this effect until the end phase. Yeah, I don't necessarily do that. Sanctuary in the Sky. This is a good field card because pretty much any battle involving any of my fairies, I take 0 battle damage. So Sanctuary in the Sky is pretty much a good shield. It's almost like a tornado wall. Master Hyperion. Now this little big ass guy right here, I run 3 of him. Now I can special summon him from my hand by removing from play a agent monster from my deck. No, sorry, not my deck. From my graveyard, field, or hand. And then if Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, I can remove from play once per turn a light fairy monster from my graveyard to destroy a card on the field. And if Sanctuary in the Sky is on, so I can do it normally once. If Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, I can do it twice per turn. So watch out. Light of Redemption. Light of Redemption, pay 800, bring back a fairy type monster from outgame. Another Miraculous Descent. Another Jupiter. The Agent Mystery Earth. Now Earth, pretty much I summon it and I can get a fairy type monster, or sorry, a agent monster accept itself from my deck to my hand. If Sanctuary in the Sky is on the field, I can pull Hyperion. Sanctuary in the Sky. Splendid Venus. Now here's a monster that I don't get to bring out often either. Pretty much with this, all non-fairy type monsters lose 500 attack and defense, and the activation of my spells and traps cannot be negated. Pretty powerful dude, but I don't get to play with him much. Herald of Greenlight. Pretty much during either player's turn, I can discard this and one other fairy type monster from my hand to destroy, to negate the activation of a spell card my opponent activates and destroy it. Mystical Shine Ball. Agent Force Mars. So Mars, honestly, this is such an interesting card. So Mars gains the difference between your life points and mine if my life points are higher. So pretty much one time we were doing a tag team match and we played with 16,000 life points. I had this guy up to 9,000 light attack. It was funny. Valhalla Hall of the Fallen. Pretty much Call of the Mummy, but for fairies. So, in other words, hey, if I don't have anything on my field as far as monsters go, I can special summon a fairy monster from my hand. Zeridus Herald of Heaven again, Agent Earth again, Sanctuary in the Sky again, Master Hyperion again, Mystic Shineball, Herald of Heaven, Creation Venus. Now Venus is good because when I bust it out, I can pay 1,500 life points to bust out the other 3 Shine Balls right away, which obviously shrinks my deck and helps me just get more better cards much quicker. Another Hyperion. So I have 3. I just recently got the 3rd. Pretty much my deck's pretty good with 2, but outside of using its effect, it's 2,700. It's still pretty good attack to try to play against. So it's always good to have it. Plus the effect's pretty kick-ass. Okay, Sakuretsu Armor. If you attack, I can activate it, destroy the monster you're attacking with. Cards from the Sky. So cards from the sky, I basically remove from play 1 light fairy monster from my hand to draw 2 cards, but I cannot special summon or conduct my battle phase this turn. I was just going to say, this is usually good in situations of maybe if the duel's being stalled, or just when you feel like you're, probably around the beginning. One of your first couple of turns is good to use this. In the middle, it's kind of tricky. And Mirror Force. Yes, I think I have 2 Mirror Forces in here now that I noted. Yeah, I do. Okay. So that's pretty much that. I'm just going to quickly show you what the side deck consists of. So here I have Aroma Jar. So pretty much Aroma Jar. If this card is flipped face up, this card cannot be destroyed by battle while it's on the face up on the field. If this card is flipped face up during either player's turn, I gain 500 life points. Soul Taker, I destroy a monster on my opponent's side of the field, they gain 1,000 life points. Fountain in the Sky, if one of my fairies are destroyed, I can remove from play to gain life points equal to my fairy's attack. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, negate the effects of all dark monsters. Spellbinding Circle, basically just stop a monster from attacking. Dark Lord Zerato, if I have 4 or more dark monsters with different names in my graveyard, you contribute summon this card by attributing 1 dark monster. You can send 1 dark monster from your hands to the graveyard. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls during either end phase. If you activate this effect this turn, destroy this card. I just put it in my side deck. I don't even think I have 4 dark monsters, to be honest with you. But yeah, Mercury, pretty much. If I have no cards in my hand, I can draw again after my draw phase with Sanctuary in the Sky on the field. Annulment of Crossout, remove from play a face down monster. Melteal Sage of the Sky. So pretty much for this, each time a counter trap card is activated, I gain 1,000 life points. If Sanctuary of the Sky is face up on the field, destroy 1 card your opponent controls. Got Herald of Perfection. Now, with Herald, pretty much, I can discard 1 fairy type monster to negate any effect of a monster, magic, or trap. And then Dawn of the Herald. With this ritual summoning, you need exactly 6 stars, can't be more. Ray of Hope, bring 2 light fairy monsters from my graveyard to my hand. Graceful Revival, pretty much send 1 level 2 or lower monster from your graveyard and select one, special summon in attack position. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is removed from the field, destroy this card. So pretty much Call of the Haunted, but for a low level monster. Deity Assailant, when doing battle with a monster, remove it from play. Breaker the Magical Warrior, summon it, destroy a spell or trap card your opponent has, and then pretty much this monster loses 300 attack and just goes to 16 after. So yeah, so that's my side deck. So that's my fairies. Thank you guys for watching. It's a long ass video, but thank you for being patient and watching. And yeah, look forward to some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff on here too, periodically. Peace, guys.